the top. Like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get you fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in there gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, Allen. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll drop to throw. Aguilar has it. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Forced out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Gone!
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Right, now,
didn't happen 56. On that play.
Lucky 56.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Good! Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Tate to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Landry now on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14. On the return, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the others. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Detroit! Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. Corey Coleman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. To the air, Allen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. So you look back to the problems they've had with their kicking game, and their kicker here in this one probably influenced the decision there.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Because he's had those misses, they didn't want to go back to him. That forced the issue, and they had to go for it there and didn't pick it up. That changes the whole complexion on how you call a game.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Allen will try again on second down. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Allen to throw once more. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now Allen throwing again. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're saying is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Daniels. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. It's caught by Aguilar. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. Blue Landy. Blue Landy.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, here we go. Blue Landy. Blue Landy.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, That's why he was able to bat it away.
The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Lucky 56.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds Daniels. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 in the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Green 39! Green 39! Over!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A beautiful fake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Detroit! Under 10. Watch him now, Barney!
Now back to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Eagles on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
Here's Tate to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start. Now
Allen throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Daniels has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Golden Tate's gonna go. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, 104 yards. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Landry, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
3-19.
Throwing is Allen on third. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And Elliott puts this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And out come the Eagles. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Tate. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Tate to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. There he goes inside the 30. 20! And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
In the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One mic extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. I'm not kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping the rest. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some rest by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest kicked me up on the ocean. I showed them, you got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they hustling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah, I wreck so much. Yeah, be rich, better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad goes on me. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the show. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. Dripping my swag. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that.